to my nigga JD, my nigga T3, oh, that nigga 510, dude, y'all,
Hey, y'all, it's your boy Diggity Dean Dane Sampson. If you really know, you know I'm just trying to chill more in Daner's World. We are here at Open Mic Industry Night with my co-host.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Fame YNO, Blind Eye Reviews, Dear Rich Studios. It is about to begin, y'all. We are starting off a brand new series. We're giving y'all brand new vibes for a great new community. Dang.
What do we even call this? Should we let them name it? Hey, this is some shit we do before the show. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah. So we're here with like they need any introduction, Siri, Imani, and the Tribe, and Kayla, the Cincinnati Tribe Witch, and Gregory and TJG. He really do everything. How you feeling, man? Yeah, I'm excellent. I'm excellent, man. Thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule. At first, thanks, my gratitude and appreciation for giving me this referral and helping us land this residency here. This is the Return to the Open Mic. This is night one. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all feeling good? Can we start with clap for yourselves? Yeah? Yeah, y'all look lovely. Excellent, man. So we're just gonna sit here, man. We're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about the culture, the curator. Congratulations on Galaxy. That went wonderful. Sorry that Auntie JoJo couldn't be here tonight.
No, not tonight.
Yeah, I got you.
But she sends her well wishes.
Yeah, we love Auntie JoJo. And speaking of her, I asked you I was going to ask this question. So we're an open community. We're in this, and we've had power couples, right? But how is it to be Cincinnati's first premier power throuple? You know what I'm saying?
Crying.
You know what I mean? Like your own Trinity and shit, trifecta shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No, it's a beautiful life.
Yeah. It's a beautiful life. I mean, they say it takes a village. Y'all got to hold a goddamn
It
tribe.
takes a tribe, okay?
With 3 eyes. So tell me about it. You just curated Cincinnati Music Festival. Is that the second or third year you've done that?
This is the third year I've curated. This is the 5th year I've been there.
It's absolutely amazing, man. It was from the Swiss School of Performing Arts to Queen City Radio. I mean, just you guys are all over the place. And you take your family with you. TJG, I see you everywhere. You really be DJing. You really turn up. I'll tell you what, I was at a show like about a month ago at Tom's house. I can't remember what it was. And there was an upstairs in the mixed crowd, as they do. They booked a serious hip hop show on the first floor. And they picked a costume tranny party on the second floor. And they didn't tell the two parties. So they just out there and they're like, who is that? Why they got makeup on? Why is he wearing a shirt? Then I go to smoke, I see DJ G Downs pop out. He's like, he's the DJ for upstairs. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, man, I've done a ton of hip-hop parties. I thought this would be way more cool, man. So I could turn the vibe up anywhere. And tell us a little bit about that, man. TJ, how do you really find the time to set the tone for everything that you do?
That particular time that I saw you, it was actually a Leaping Lizard. And I had got invited by my good friend Tristan through Siri to do Trans Prom. It was... I don't know if y'all familiar. It's a DJ. He's pretty prominent in the LGBTQ community called DJ Boy Wife. So I DJed alongside him. It was different for me, but I like different. I had fun. I enjoyed the challenge. A lot of people, especially in this realm, you just hear like a lot of hip hop, like rap, stuff like that. Even like with the DJs and stuff. So I always like to go places where I've never been. Like I might have to throw some EDM in there. I might have to throw in some type of country. You never know what type of crowd you will have. And I'm always open to that type of challenge. I always like to read the room because sometimes it's hard. So I like to decipher it and just throw stuff out there, throw paint at the wall in real time. So... Yeah,
and he does, man. He sets the vibe every time. And Gregory, for you kind of go into my role where you host and you bring people, you keep the energy, you keep the show flowing. And I really gotta come in and applaud your growth. I remember I really first started meeting you at Alice in Somerset in the library, and I remember the one time I came up, I just got released back into society. I wanted to come do a poem. I wore a terrible outfit. And, I was trying to sign up, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, man, how do I do this? I don't know what I really was doing. And you grabbed me by the shoulder. You was like, we don't really know what we're doing either. Well, we gonna get through it together. And now I've seen you host at the Taste of Cincinnati, and with Alice and your command and your bravado, your maturity and growth there. It really been nice to watch. How have you navigate that? Where you still stay in tune and you just confidently up there?
Well, first thing, thank you. I really appreciate that. Those are really kind words. I don't want to say it comes naturally, but like, I guess, and I've worked in different places, different corporate settings and stuff like that. So I'm very used to knowing a schedule, sticking by a schedule, having a structure.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of translated into
Yeah, just some
Northside.
adulting.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I had Siri and the gang basically to really like be there and support me through it. So it made it a lot easier. But I'm I can be a bubbly person. So
Yeah, you can also talk that shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. Don't act like
and
you
you know
can't.
what? If I got to, I got to. If I got to, I got to. But we like to keep it. We keep it
We like to
cordial.
keep it PG-13.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and then Miss Kayla, so you were always behind the scenes and you captured this. And honestly, like I really got to watch you when we were at the Vic and I was bartending and you were just like scoping. And sometimes you just be posed there and I'll be like, you doing this? And I'm like, you literally sizing up every shot and every angle, and your wheels are never not turning for the next great shot. Is that just something you've always done? You've always sized up and been able to be in the background but be present?
Yeah, I think so. So when series officially started Imani Productions like 5 years ago, she kind of like brought us all in and just asked like what we're interested in and like what we're good at. And I was like, I mean, I bought a camera in like high school and I never really used it. And I like to like organize. I did my friends' like college schedules, and I was like, so I like I like administration and I like media, and she kind of just let me dive into that really naturally.
Right.
And
She gave you a sandbox.
yeah, so ever since then, it just kind of like it just was very open. I've been able to be kind of like I would say like selfish with it and like not have to work on things that I don't want to. So everything that I've done is something I've wanted to do, and I feel very lucky in that sense. So yeah.
You're welcome for those first world problems. It's great. That's great. And Miss Siri, so I think I got to ask you. You have been such a mainstay and a staple here in the city of Cincinnati. Like I said, the School of Performing Arts, or whether you're on a Sunday doing a toy drive or a potluck, or you're curating at Fountain Square or the music festival or Aronoff or whatever your attributes
Can we real
are.
quick? Can we give a round of applause for Siri for doing a Sunday potluck and helping raise money for people in need? This has been something that she's spearheaded for years, and it's changed people's lives, and we've all witnessed it. And I think that we should just get that applause. Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely should. And she'll find time to sing to you in between. It is. It's really about brighter days. So, what I ask is, though, as your team grows and you have stables and you have young children now and this community and obligations, is this show ever going to go on the road?
Oh, it has to. It has to. I had to build a
I agree.
strong foundation. I also was kind of, I won't say stuck here, but I needed to be here for my mom for a while.
Absolutely.
So in doing that, I was like, I might as well build as much as I can here until I hit 30, which was always my goal.
There you
And
go.
as soon as I hit 30, I said, probably gonna just phase out slowly. And that's kind of what I'm being blessed to do. Just go to the next thing.
I feel like you're in a point, though, that you will never really be phased out. You just have foundation.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing, though. The ripples is still there. So even when I'm not, it'll be
The next
present.
process for when you would leave is who do you leave in place in your stay when you're gone?
That's not for me to do. I think
That's not for you to
no,
do.
people will step up. Nobody did it for me, honestly. I think it's
okay.
for
The example that she
the right
set.
person gonna step up.
What they say, Tupac said, I'm gonna inspire the next.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that it might not even be within the next 10, 20 years, but there's probably a little girl somewhere that came to one of the events that Siri did and was just mesmerized by it. And so it's going to happen naturally. But the fact that we have people like her setting the lead, I think it's awesome, bro. Just, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
And
I
y'all
feel
keep
like-
doing what y'all doing. Keep growing together. Cause
Yeah, I feel like it's people in place right now. Like if it was to happen, like if something happened right now, like and Imani Productions just was like poof, like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there are people like that we've personally worked with that do the same thing that we do, that curate events, like a lot of up and coming curators and stuff that got a lot of motion. And I feel like if it had to be done, I feel like something could be done and someone would step up immediately
And fill the void. And fill the void. Absolutely. Because y'all got to spread this message, man. I mean, like it's my favorite thing to go on Thursdays when I get off work or in the evening, Queen City Radio. And it really feels like going to church. You know, I was raised in a church, at a Pentecostal church where there was music. And sometimes service was 7 hours. You got to entertain, you know? But I really watch people dancing in the spirit and almost in worship to y'all's music when y'all get together out there. And it's incredible. None of them know each other, but somehow they know the dance moves. I'm like, are they doing this on the fly? Am I just that uncoordinated? I'm going to be a two-stepper forever.
It's definitely on the fly. No, Just Lamb in the Factory, that Queen City vibe is one of my favorites. That's the one I'm specifically looking towards touring with, getting it out into the world with.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are your goals? I mean, because for me, and I feel like especially at your pinnacle, and you've been raised in it. It's been your entire life. The goal is it should always be a Grammy, right?
Oh, of course.
Aspirations,
Of course. And a
right?
poetry Grammy first.
Yeah,
That's
poetry Grammy,
like a
writing Grammy,
specific goal.
any
Absolutely.
Grammy, and
Any Grammy. But
people.
we're gonna get the poetry one first.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah,
I
because
personally think that when you dropped that one video, it was around your mom, the poem you did. Yeah, I think that was one of the more remarkable moments just in your career. A lot of vulnerability, but like you said, the poetry is different. Music is cool, but poetry is like it's like you talking to people's souls, literally, And I think that that's really dope. Also, just for people that only know you from music to also understand you get that deep with it as well.
yeah, my favorite poem of yours is that '90s kid.
Oh, the 90s poem.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites too.
incredible,
It's
bro.
fun.
When you did that at the comic store at Cosmic Gorilla with that setting in that '90s, I was like,
That
this
was the right
girl,
setting for
man,
it.
she's out here fooling, man. She's having fun. So, Fame, though, you had some prepared questions you'd like to ask the panel.
Yes,
We'll go
yes.
ahead and let you take that over. And
So with us all being creatives, and people in the room as well, something that I've noticed that's been very prevalent lately is the use of AI, right? And somebody just made a status the other day and it was like, I don't know why y'all complaining so much about AI. You should delete Google off your phone. You should delete this and that because it's all AI, blah, blah. Which she was correct. AI is in a lot of things that we use. They use it to track what we do and how to better market to us. But I think the larger argument is the position of AI within art. And that's what scares me. I am a firm believer that AI in the art world is not needed. Just in my personal belief. I've seen a lot of people create flyers for themselves, and they're no longer going to the person that makes flyers. And so now this person that took however many years to learn these programs to make flyers is no longer getting that small bit of income to come in. So I just want to kind of tap in with all of y'all and just get y'all opinions on if you think it could be good for it, or should there be some kind of balance, or is it a no go?
For art, I think for me personally, it's a no for me. And that's just my personal reasons. I know many artists. I'm very closely connected to artists. I always prefer to go to them first. So I think it's just something that doesn't have to exist in my reality. I think if I'm gonna say anything about it, we should look more at the environmental aspect of what AI does. I think that's where I kind of draw my line. I don't really mind people looking for more innovative ways to create art, even cheaper ways if people do not have a budget yet. That's not really where my issue lies. If that was all it did, that would be cool with me. But if we look into the environmental aspect of what AI is doing, I think that's when we start to see a problem. And I can't just be like, cool.
I think it's a continued conversation, but like, so to speak, when you say over the budget or this and that, whereas me, someone that like, I don't know how to write songs. I didn't get to be in the studio. So it's a learning tool and for me to learn the conversation with it so I can have it with others so I know terms, so I throw in no experimentation. Or like you said, I can't have a budget. Like I would love to go in there and write a song from scratch. But I also got to have a dialogue when you're writing, like you do with your team. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think as long as you use it for that or to evaluate your own ideas, but you always include some of your own originality in there, I think it's a good starting point. But I feel like it's training wheels, and eventually you should be able to learn to outgrow the tools.
Understood. I get what you're saying.
TJ?
I'm kind of in the same boat with her. I feel like me personally as an artist, like even like physical artists like that used to draw and everything. Like I've never really seen a need to like use AI. Like maybe like until like earlier this year, and like somebody got me hip to where you can just like type in stuff and it like I'd probably use it a couple times for like album art. But like she said, like environmentally, I really don't think like if I had to choose if it should be here or not, I would be like no, because like outside of art, people that got like the real AI engines and stuff can create new realities for people that you know what I'm saying. Like so, say like they could. We not in it. We not in Atlanta right now, right? Somebody could generate an AI pic and make it look like there's riots and stuff going down there, and it's not nothing going on down there. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's just like you got to be careful, like because like it can trick you a little bit. So you just gotta just stay away from it for real if you can. Like try to keep it authentic. And really as an artist, you don't want to share your ideas with anything or anyone like that anyways. Because people will steal your ideas, especially in this city. Like just up and coming artists, like if you wanna curate, you wanna, do anything, like create any type of motion, just keep your hand close to your chest, you know, and just execute. You feel me? And then once you execute, then bring people. Once you got it set in stone, then bring people and put other things in motion. But you know, keep your lips tight, keep your hands like you know close to your
Yeah, for sure.
chest. You know.
Well, I mean, as the only take I got, you know, because you know I'm an '80s baby and I grew up in the '90s. You know, if we can create new realities, we got to blow up this matrix to get to the next one somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't create a new fake reality.
Hey, but that we don't know what's real and fake, right? The world's waking up.
Yeah, because enter AI. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. I hope Terminator comes back to save me.
I like conversations like this because because technology. The crazy thing about it is technology will forever move faster than the human race. Even though we make technology, but we make it to be 10 times faster than we are. So. You know, the conversations that we're having was, you know, probably already had in private rooms, you know, and decisions were made to push what's being pushed. But I think that as artists, we just got to, you know, keep our originality and keep it locked in as much as we can and just prevent that from taking over because they sign an AI artist now. You know, they're just funneling everything through. Timbaland did it.
Timbaland has a label.
I can't believe it.
He has a strictly AI label.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I don't like that.
Creepy.
But I feel like they're just more for his own world. Like Timbaland's just in the studio. Bro. Like somebody's rocking with us. Dude, what's JT doing? We ain't got JT. Who needs JT? This is JT Sanchez. 14.
So something else I want to kind of tap in with you guys about. You know, you guys are very busy. A lot of events, a lot of activities, just regular weekly events and your larger events. And something that's kind of very prominent in our world is content creation and short content, you know, making shorts and doing things smaller. But one thing I noticed you guys were doing with Alice the most was like making scenes, you know, like skits. Really acting things out, doing skits. And so when it comes to the balance, what can you say about when you have to find that balance between I'm making the music and I'm gonna just give it to my fans, or we're gonna get together, we're gonna make more art off of this art? You know, how has that been transitioning to that? 'Cause that's what we all gotta do now.
I think it's a healthy balance of both, and then a transition into more of your original work. You want to be able to build your audience, so in a way you need to meet people where their attention span is, where their interest is. And then once you have it, I think that's when you have the platform to create the art that means something to you. So even in like any promo that we did with Alice or Somerset, you know, we would take formats that are similar, things that we know people are looking forward to or have an appetite for. And then the moment we start realizing like, okay, our analytics are going up a little bit, people are going to watch anyway. That's when you start seeing us create like the skits. We started creating the reenactments, and Kay can speak more to that too, because she was the mind behind our.
Yeah, please.
Who is the characters in y'all's friends rendition? Like, who is Chandler? Who is Phoebe?
I don't think we did necessarily
Who was
characters.
Rachel?
We just did it by
Who was
scene
Ross?
and who would fit the scene best. But yeah, I mean, basically just piggybacking off of everything you just said. Like, it was really just like she really did a good job at like helping us lay the media groundwork and like lay that foundation of getting our social medias up. And then it was really like we were able to have fun with it. Like we realized after we did
found more friends.
We did the first one a little more serious with the transitions, and then we realized that went up, and we're like, oh well, maybe if we play around with it, and then those went up, so we just kept going.
I haven't noticed, and I'm sure you guys get this, and I guess this is just the like being a creator or whatever. But like you could take a clip or a reel, if you will, the one that I worked 4.5 hours on this. It was perfect. It got 3 views, and then I got one I accidentally posted and goes viral and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no effects, no edits. You know what I mean? You blurry and shit. They're like, this is what we gonna rock with, man.
That's one of the funniest things about like doing that run too, was it's a lot of trial and error. Like
no
you really
rhyme or
just
reason.
can't give up. You gotta just try different shit. And then we would sit down and be like, okay, let's figure out the times that work. Let's figure out
Post.
who should
stress
post.
myself
Look,
out.
you do better on these days. Maybe we have you do it and collaborate with us. Like you have to get real strategic. You have to start noticing patterns in like your audience, and then you start to know based off of the demand what to supply basically. And that's how we started doing it.
I feel like with the algorithm, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And we paid for our analytics for 6 months just so we could see how it built.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's
but you
necessary.
have to though. I mean, it's tedious, but when you know that majority of your views are coming from New York, you can then tailor your content to New York. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you can capitalize
we had
on
a
that.
big women fan base. You know what I'm saying? So now we got TJ walking around with no shirt for this next.
Talk about
like we're catering to whatever we know people are gonna want at the time.
It's funny you say that because I was gonna turn around and say, TJ, I need you to do more content.
Tell them.
You do everything, and you need more content to show it, man.
Tell 'em.
Please
It's
get
on the
active,
way.
bro. You talented. Please get more content out
It's
here.
on the way.
God. All right, so we're well, first of all, how y'all feeling? Y'all we
The
doing
crowd
good?
feeling
Y'all
it's
look
beautiful tonight,
What's
man.
going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. It's wonderful. Just think there is a drink special tonight at the bar. It's called the Open Mic. It is the Urban Artifacts Fruity Snacks with a shot of vodka. It's $9. Yeah. Please take care of them. Please take care of us. We appreciate y'all being here.
Does anybody in the crowd have a question for
Yeah.
Siri, Dane, myself, Greg, Kayla, or
TJ?
TJ? Anybody?
You shout them out. It's all right. You can think about
Inquiring
it.
mind.
Yes, sir.
Come on up. Come up. What? We can't hear you, huh?
Your drink
Who was that? Cut? That's Worm.
That's for Dane.
Well, you just lost it. That was rude as hell, boy. You need to go stand in the corner.
It ain't
boy.
coming now. Anybody
Yeah,
else got
that
any
was
questions they would like
ridiculous.
to ask to, a panel full of artists or creatives? Anyone? There we go. In the back. Vance. Come on. Come up here. Come, please. Come on. I'm 34. I
Vance?
can't hear that well no more. Please, come on.
Yeah. Give it up for Vance. He just signed a lease on a new apartment out there.
Yes. So, what is it like dealing with the pressure of curating for individuals who may or may not be grateful either before, during, or after the event? How do you deal with that pressure mentally?
I've dealt with it many different ways. I've done this for a long time, so you learn over time. Originally you just gonna be like, why? You can't see what the vision is. You're gonna be confused. It's gonna be some anger. It's gonna be some sadness. So to answer that question, like blatantly, I've reacted every way that there is to react. To be fair, I say at this time, it's a part of me seeing the bigger picture too. You know what I'm saying? Just like other people don't always, I don't be seeing my own bigger picture as well. It's some things is never for me to get. Some things it was never for me to even expect. And it's just more about what did I do? Did I do what I said I was gonna do? That's as much grateful as I can be. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need anybody else's validation anymore. Not that I don't want people to like appreciate it or want people to see me or anything like that. It's just something that doesn't become necessary after you see the way this stuff plays out and you have these reminders like this is what it was about anyway. It was never about me feeling appreciated or me being like, thank you for finally seeing me. It was always just about this shit getting done. So you just start to take the what, leave the what.
To piggyback off that, I say you move in your purpose and then you make adjustments. So if your purpose was I'm throwing a festival because I love my city and I want to put 30 artists on the stage, after you do said event, you look at how the results were and how things went and you make adjustments. So you don't lose your passion. So you don't fall victim to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always gonna be like that. When you do service for people, think about a waitress. You can go to work with the best attitude ever. But you might get some rude ass customers, dog. But you can't quit your job because them customers was bullshitting. You got to come back tomorrow and get that money. So you make adjustments. You still serving, but you just got to understand, okay, I might not get a tip from these people. First 10 minutes, I might not get a tip from them. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare myself to move past that. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with artists, you be like, they might not promote. We already done put them on the flyer. They just might not promote this. But we make adjustments.
Yeah, I just take that into consideration. I don't take it personally no more. Everybody starts off with a clean slate, and then we build rapport, and you build a relationship, and you just move accordingly. As Yurdy says all the time, you got to meet people where they are.
Talk
You
about
know
it.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my toes down and my feet moving forward regardless. And you either coming with or you get left behind. And then when you're ready, you can try again. It ain't no hard feelings. But I will not let a show that is a group effort become about one bitter person. I will
Absolutely.
not. You just get kicked right off the boat for that.
We got time for one more
we gotta keep
question
it moving.
from anybody out there. Yes, come on up, please, because the yelling across the
That
room
was
is
Ian.
not working for me.
By the way, good up. This is Ian Dalian of Spin Man Magazine. He's here from Tampa, Florida. He's been here 2 weeks. Very dear friend of mine. He helped this movement and he keeps this Cincinnati, Florida connection. What's up, Ian?
Thank you. I would like to ask each and every one of you, what is your favorite form of content or entertainment?
I guess
In terms of marketing, I'm just going to take this angle in it. In terms of marketing, I'm still going to say short format. I have more of appreciation for long format because I do know what goes into it, but because of how our brains have been trained and how we're just like, you've got about 1 to 2 seconds to like grab our attention, I'm always really impressed with short format content that kind of grabs you within those first like 2 to 6 seconds. But yeah, that's my favorite.
Definitely see that that's the most successful. But for me, I personally love I like scripts. I enjoy creating like movie scenes, writing scripts out, creating dialogue, situations, feelings, emotions, moments, all of those things. It's kind of my favorite part.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I guess with how I do it, I just like the candid B-roll. We forgot the cameras were rolling footage that other from other people's perspective that they capture. You know what I mean? Because it gets hard to be scripted all the time. You know what I mean? And you could drive yourself crazy. So those are my favorite moments, the candid moments that somebody else enjoyed and chose to share.
I quietly am a movie buff. I love movies. I love a 2-hour movie with a crazy plot twist to it. I love when something is that makes me think, makes me have to really wonder, like, did he kill her or did she kill her? Because now they both been tripping. Like, I really love deep movies, man. And so, but like adjusting to, like she said, the way things are, short form content. Like, I do like to scroll. I doom scroll too, but I can't pass up on a good movie, dog. I love a good long movie.
I think I'm the same way. When it comes to music, I like short, hard hitting, like reels. You know, like same for songs. You know, like, and I also noticed that like too long of a song, like too long songs don't do too good now because people's attention spans are even. You know, so I like one of those like short reels that you just got to keep running back. Like, hold on, what happened? What happened? What happened? But I also like crazy movie like you, like sci-fi, whoever, like not like the slasher ones, but like the paranormal ones. Like I like you know, but like crazy stuff like that. I like those too.
I'm not really a TV person. I'm not really a movie person. Honestly, I'm big on just music and sound. I listen to a lot of music, a lot of instrumentals, kind of either like actual instruments like, you know, flutes and like orchestra type stuff, or like, you know, hip hop beats and stuff like that. And as far as like content, short content, if I'm scrolling, my favorite thing, I love them little it's the ones where it be like 2 different paint colors and they mix them and they tell you what they are, and then it comes, yeah, with the little stick, right, and they mix them and then they tell you what the color is, and I will scroll through those for hours, like hours. That and the chiropractor videos where they like crack the necks and the backs. I don't know what it is, but it's so satisfying. Yes.
Fair enough. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to Open Mic Industry Night. Give it up for Sherry Imani.
And try, yeah. Hey, do it one time. Get on and say it real quick.
Try.
We outside.
All right, y'all. So, look, we're going to go ahead and get our DJ set up. We appreciate y'all. Go get yourself the drinks. If you notice on the tables, there are some QR codes. If anybody would like to leave tips or donations to help cover costs, pay future featured acts, things of that, promotion, marketing, and, you know, editing for the whole team. It is appreciated. It's not necessary. But we're going to get the show started about 8 p.m. So go get the drinks, go get your smoke breaks, and we'll be back. Give it up for Siri Imani and the Tribe with TJG.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody. Stay locked in. We finna have a ball tonight.